Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him two lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
You know what I'm thinking? What are you thinking? I'm thinking about chess. I'm thinking about how to apply timelessness to playing chess. Mostly, the tournaments, you got time. You always got time trouble. Okay, just like everything in life. You go and take a test. They give you a certain amount of time to write your essay. You don't have time to think of anything good. And it wouldn't matter anyway. They spend an average of 30 seconds, the poorly paid people who grade your essays, just checking them for grammar mistakes, spelling and punctuation, all right? Nobody cares what you have to say, and you have to say it really quickly. So you spend your whole time, all right, figuring out a way to write these stupid essays really fast. You can't make them good. It takes you more time if you actually think about saying something original. So you just think, what is it they want to hear? And you just parrot the propaganda back to them about, we care about the environment and racial problems are terrible and this and that. All the tests, they give you a certain time limit, all right? You could figure them out probably if you took the time to sit down and derive stuff. But no, you got to learn ahead of time how to approach the problem so you don't spend too much time on it. It would be better to give you a problem you'd never seen before and give you as much time as you wanted. You'd learn much more from that. You'd probably come up with a way of solving it nobody ever thought of before, because you'd apply your own knowledge, your own understanding, of art or music or something. You would sort of work that in. But no, you always got that side note, you always got time trouble, you always got time constraints. You got to do it fast. Why? Where in the world do I have to do something right away? If there's a burning building and you have to decide whether to run in and save your children, yeah, you're going to do it in a split second. But how many situations come up over the course of the day in business or anywhere? We're not talking about training people for the Green Berets and the SEAL teams, all right? We're talking about just training people for life, and you're not training for life if you're constantly making them do something on the fly really quickly and being tense about it and worried, and if they don't get it right, their career is ruined and they'll never make any money and no girls will ever like them. I mean, that's what they're doing. So forget these chess tournaments. It's the last time you'll see me at one of them, all right? From now on, I'm going to do what I want, all right? I'm going to spend as much time as I want thinking about a million new kinds of plans, all right, that nobody's thought of before, even AI, all right? I'm going to do that, all right? If I want, and if I don't, I'm not going to. In fact, who cares about anything at all, all right? You want to win, okay, on the first move, you say, hey, look over there. The judge is trying to break that clock. And when your opponent turns the other way, okay, you take your queen and you go like that. All right, you're done. Okay, you're finished. You lose. Go away, I win. All right, that's the kind of stuff I'm going to do. Because who's going to stop me? All right, who's going to stop me? I've got endless time to think about all the strategies in the world that I can apply when I play chess in the future. Do you understand what I'm getting at, Snaily? I think I do. I think you're hitting on something that's brilliant, but I don't understand how it's brilliant. It's brilliant because I'm applying timelessness to everything, all right? Time is finished. I'm finished with time in my life. I'm finished with limitations, all right? If I want to, I'm going to take a rook, or I'm going to fly him around the side of the board, maybe under like a submarine, and come up with, there you go, right in the back. Serves you right, knight. You're looking at me like that. Don't look at me that way. All right, that's the way I'm going to play chess from now on if I want to, all right? And if anybody tries to stop me, I'll say, hey, I'm time out of mind, all right? I don't have time for you, meaning I do have time for you, I have time for everything, but I'd rather spend it on something else, like going and figuring out how to ruin another game, or to free it from its constraints. What are these other games people play? Go? You put one stone on at a time. I say put 20 on at a time. If you have speed, go. You put on as many as you can. Pick up the board and throw it across the room and say, I win, all right? First one who thought of that, all right? True creativity. Okay, Snaily, would you stop flicking these around? Is that you? Is that you, Teresa? Well, why are you so unserious? Do you know we don't have a lot of time filming? Oh my gosh. Snaily. I failed. I failed right away. I'm going on and on about getting rid of time, and then I say, oh, you can't bother me right now. Don't waste my time. I don't have enough. I haven't freed myself from time, I'm ashamed to say. Well, it's not the first time. What? Why are you mocking me? Are you making fun of me? No, I'm just saying, it's not the first time that you failed at something like this. Every time I got a brilliant, idealistic kind of new endeavor that I'm embarking on, all right, something, so it comes back and nips me in the bud and proves me to be a total hypocrite. Why are you silent? Well, if you can admit that to yourself, there's always hope. Hope springs eternal. Isn't that what they say? Yes, that's what they say. What does that mean? There is no such thing as entropy, all right? We're living in an negentropia. Second law of thermodynamics is a bunch of bunk, all right? There's constantly energy being generated all the time. That's why hope springs eternal, because there's always new energy entering the system. There's no such thing as a closed system. And so your whole body, there's a black hole at the center of each of your cells. So you're a composition, you're a walking composition of singularities, right? And in each of them is endless, infinite hope, because it's like a black hole, all right? That's endless, all right? You go through that wormhole. Believe me, I know, I'm a slug. I've talked to worms, all right? You can go through that hole and you come out on the other side, and it could be anything. It could be an apple, like, you know, like the torus that our creation, that our universe is, all right? And because all of that is infinite, all right, then hope springs eternal. So even if you messed up a million times, you've always got one more time. Why are you imposing on yourself restrictions and turning life into a game when it can be total freedom? What are you making a game out of it? You can't, there's no way to win or lose. How do you win or lose? You still die anyway. How can you win? You can't win. Nobody wins. Everybody loses, and everybody wins. All right. So just forget that it's a game. It's not a game. You got infinite time, infinite incarnations. All right. So why not apply that reasoning to everything, and you won't get so upset if you don't get something right the first time.
Every day it's getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, hey. Every day it's getting faster. Everyone said go ahead and ask her. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey.